Hey, how y'all doing out there? I got some old crazy news for y'all. Diddy got attacked in the courtroom today. They had to eject this woman from the courtroom after she disrupted the proceedings before the grand jury was seated. This trial getting crazy. They might have to put Diddy behind the bulletproof glass because it's looking like he about to get off because these witnesses ain't making no sense. The proceedings was interrupted by someone from the back of the courtroom calling out to Diddy. They said the woman stood up and started screaming and swearing, saying it's not an effing game, calling out to Diddy, they're coming after you. And it was a big old heavyset woman too. She had a blonde wig on like his mama. People thought that was his auntie. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Y'all need to listen at this.
We have confirmation of who Mia is because his attorney, Brian Steele, is going extra hard, y'all, borderline damn near aggressive. And I want somebody to tell me why they pair him up with this particular witness. But either way, he got permission to admit a YouTube video of a woman named Sarah Snedeker. This woman worked at Revolt, worked with Diddy, has pictures with Cassie, looks like the type that would like to go to a nice little Prince party. And he's basically showing a YouTube video of her wishing Puffy a happy birthday on the same day that she alleged that she was actually assaulted after she was actually assaulted. Today, Brian Steele is going really hard. He's just using whatever text messages or videos that she has put out there, Instagram posts. He's trying to use them against her to try to demonstrate that what she's saying is inconsistent with what she was saying back then. For instance, he's saying with this R. Kelly text message where she said to Puff, I had a nightmare that R. Kelly was chasing after me, and you saved me. And all of this was communicated after she allegedly was violated by Puff. And he's just saying, you know, why would you have seen Puffy as a protector if he is someone that actually violated you? He's asking her, you know, did you know about Me Too? And, you know, when did you get this motivation? And she's saying that it wasn't until Cassie came out that she realized that she went to therapy and has learned that she was psychologically brainwashed and was a victim of Puff. And Brian Steele is doing his best to tear down that argument.
Jurors are allegedly laughing at Mia while she is being cross-examined by Brian Steele. Now, there are people inside of this courtroom, y'all, outside of CNN, outside of the people that are tweeting it for us. We have people actually in the courtroom and in the overflow room who can see what's going on. And they are all reporting back the same thing, that the jurors have been laughing. They have been looking at each other and nodding their head in agreement with each other. One juror mouthed to the other juror and said, I told you. One person has been sitting in the back this entire time, kind of like not believing anybody that has came on the stand. Y'all, it has been a lot going on. They said that Mia was giving her testimony and Brian Steele asked her a question, and when she couldn't answer the question, one of the male jurors like put his pen down really hard, crossed his arms, and was like looking at her with his head tilted like, yeah, I don't believe you. Y'all, this is not good, and I don't know if the judge is not just saying something or if he is not seeing it, but something needs to be said, because if a victim is on the stand telling what they are alleging happened to them, they should be respected and protected. Soon as I find out more, I will let you know. I'm not sure why or if the bigger channels are able to report this, but once I get the information, I'll make sure I give it to y'all.
Cassie, Mia, aka Sarah, and Deontay, everyone is saying that they possibly planned all of this to go against Diddy and sue him eventually. And as you can see, they were best friends with Cassie over the years. Mia, allegedly, that's her to the right, she was a best friend of Cassie. Watch this video here.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
As you can see, she was best friends, so they're saying that she's on the stand lying about every single thing that she is saying, but we were able to dig up some old footage. It's on the internet. This is all on the internet, literally, so it's still there. Wasn't deleted to scrub. It's there, so we're gonna post it. But this is Mia. Allegedly, it's Sarah Snedeker. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but yeah, she was best friends with Cassie. You can see all the photos they took over the years. This is from 2014, 2015. Yeah, they're saying that she wasn't a victim. They're saying that this is all lies, and they've all came together to where they were able to go against Diddy. to get him at this point that he's at now.
It's looking to me like Cassie and all these other witnesses just trying to cash in for a big payday. But the public, the people who not getting paid, the people who really taking this stuff seriously are starting to become more and more dangerous. There's mobs of people lined up outside the courthouse. You got YouTubers out there reporting. You got everybody and their mama interested in the trial because they trying to figure out how they can get some money up out this thing, how they gonna come up off of Diddy. Everybody looking for the ladder. I feel bad for this man to a certain extent because he the real life Joker. He should have never dressed up like that for Halloween because it's starting to become a reality. Cassie got her money, she good. All of the witnesses, they get money just to shut up and don't say nothing else. The people on the jury fed up. They said them people in the jury was sitting up there laughing when Mia was up there talking because they know all this stuff phony. But like I said, the public is becoming hazardous. I hope it don't be no riot behind this because that show what it's looking like.
The former chief financial officer of Sean Diddy Combs' Bad Boy Entertainment Company is expected to take the stand next in the music mogul's sex trafficking and racketeering trial. It comes after the jury just finished sharing testimony about this infamous surveillance video of Combs attacking his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, on the floor there at a hotel in 2016. Ex-hotel security guard Eddie Garcia testified that Combs actually paid him $100,000 to hand over that footage that you just saw. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges and denies any wrongdoing. His lawyers argue that any acts of assault showed domestic violence, but not coercion or evidence of trafficking. Legal contributor and trial attorney Brian Buckmeyer joining me from outside court. So Derek Ferguson, the former CFO of Bad Boy Entertainment, expected to walk the jury through Combs' bank accounts, how he managed cash. What are you watching out for, Brian?
Well, Kerry, Ferguson has already begun to testify about the movement of money in Sean Combs' many businesses, how it was structured, how Sean Combs paid himself, and how, I think more importantly, how petty cash was moved from senior representatives within the company, and also how they kept Amexes. We've heard some of the testimony that I think the government is going to point to as proof of corroboration of previous crimes, as well as the criminal enterprise, like a $20,000 withdrawal of cash around December of 2011. We know that Cassie's mother testified that in 2011, specifically in December, that Sean Combs had requested $20,000 of her. She had to take out a bank loan, and then ultimately Combs had paid her back. So I think we're going to draw that correlation there. And of course, we're hoping to see, at least the government is hoping to see, a correlation of that $100,000 coming out of Sean Combs' account on the exact same time that Eddie Garcia received that $100,000 alleged bribe.
So the ex-security guard testifies that Combs allegedly paid him to hide that video of Combs assaulting Ventura. Let's start with that first part. How damaging is that part of the testimony?
I mean, we all know when we saw that Intercontinental video for the first time, and many people question, why didn't it come out beforehand? Now, Cassie took the stand, explained what happened on that event, also gave some early indicators as to why that video never saw the light of day until many years later. Now we're seeing the individuals that were allegedly actually part of why that video was so secretive for many years. It was damaging in the sense of just from a factual recitation of what happened. I mean, hearing and the visual of Sean Combs coming into a room allegedly with a brown paper bag and a cash counter and $10,000 at a time counting cash and giving it to Eddie Garcia as he claimed, and then walking out, and Eddie Garcia saying that Sean Combs told him don't spend it all in one shot, because Eddie Garcia, at least he testified, that that might bring suspicion onto him. So I think it's powerful from a factual standpoint.
Okay, and how did the defense push back on Garcia's allegations for bribery over this video?
So it was a little sneaky. I think it might have missed most people and missed me for up until a few moments after the cross-examination. But Brian Steele focused on the part of the NDA contract where it says that if there are any reasons that the government or judicial branch would subpoena you to testify about what happened within that NDA, that they should go and give that testimony truthfully, and only to report to Combs Enterprise that they're going to do so to allow them to have some form of an injunction. What I think the defense is going with there is that this isn't bribing a witness, because it does not seek or have the intention of influencing the witness's testimony. It's merely saying, if you're going to testify to the court, let us know. I'm saying that's a bit of a technical argument they're trying to make through their cross-examination.
Man, I don't know. Y'all need to let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. It's getting real scary. People trying to attack this man. People getting kicked out the courtroom. I don't know why they let the public come up in there anyway. You just got anybody that ain't got nothing to do can come down there, get a free show, got the whole courtroom smelling like popcorn. The judge ordered her removal, and she was quickly escorted from the courtroom. The jury was then brought in, and prosecutors called Eddie Garcia, who was the security supervisor for the International Los Angeles site or whatever. It's bad. Cassie done created a whole storm. Now the public want to be involved. People need to get somewhere and mind their own business, but that's hard to do when they making it everybody's business what Diddy had going on in his bedroom with this woman who was clearly down for it. I mean, it's getting out of hand. I just don't know how far this thing gonna go. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all, man. One more thing before I go. Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk. Baby girl, back it up, poke out your rump. It's S.A.T that you want, and my music hit so hard, make you say